my. I should probably go live on TikTok too.
Oh, yeah.
Boop. So we're live on all platforms. Kicking it with the Ninja. Wednesdays, 1:30 Eastern. Exciting stuff as usual. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Get everybody in the mix here. Let the stream populate, and we're going to kick it off as usual. Questions up. All right, perfect. Let's get this. Let's get it underway. So, folks, welcome once again to another installment of Kicking It with the Ninja. As always, my name is Ryan. Happy to be joining you on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Joining you as Super Bowl champion, as a fan of the incredibly dominant Philadelphia Eagles. So feel free to drop a Go Birds in the chat if you're feeling it. But regardless, we're going to be talking about nickel and diming, DTF transfers, how to save big when ordering transfers. Ninja Transfers offers you a ton of ways to do that. So we'll kind of kick it off with that. Of course, open it up to any questions that you have as well. But first and foremost, when it comes to ordering DTF with us here at Ninja Transfers, the biggest service you can do to yourself is going to be ordering in bulk. That is always going to be the best way to do it. So whether it's, bundling multiple jobs together, you have a few different jobs that are on the smaller end, that's fine. You can order all of those at once. And that's something a lot of people ask when they call in is, can I order multiple designs on the same order? Is that all right? Not only is that all right, it's encouraged, and it's definitely the best way for you to save money as well. So that's the big thing that I want to make very clear. You can have a bunch of different designs, sizes, colors. It doesn't matter in terms of getting that order in. In fact, that still helps and counts towards your total bulk discount. So there's the two ways to order with us. Of course, we have the transfers by size and the gang sheets. So transfers by size, you're uploading your individual files, entering your sizes and quantities for each. And so then your price is determined by, of course, the size of the transfer. So each size will have a base price. And then we have bulk quantity discounts starting at 15 total pieces. So you could have 5 different designs that you're doing. You would need, say, 10 of each for 50 total. You get that 50-piece discount across the board. So that's a great way to save with that, is bundling your orders together. Also, just if you know that you are going to be using these down the line, or you have a repeat customer that you work with, ordering them in bulk as well is going to help, because these do keep pretty much indefinitely. Like, I'm still pressing up stuff that I ordered, had printed up in April of 2023. It's now 2025, of course. So holds up really well. So you can kind of order those larger orders, kind of keep those in, cool, dry place. Doesn't have to be anything special, and then kind of press those up. So, either you can pass those savings along to your customers, or you can just improve your profit margin. If you know you're going to be doing a lot of repeat business for somebody, or you have, events that you kind of do on a quarterly basis or something like that, you can definitely kind of save there as well. And then, of course, with the gang sheets too, the longer the gang sheet is, the better price per piece you're going to be getting on those gang sheets. So if you have a few different designs, a few different jobs, you don't have to break it up into a bunch of smaller gang sheets or order them each individually. I've had people order 3 different orders, all for transfers, the same day, minutes apart from each other. And so then they end up paying shipping on all of those, and they're missing out on the bulk discounts. So that's something definitely to keep in mind when you're ordering with us, is that ordering in bulk is the way to do it 100% of the time. So just keep that in mind when you're kind of putting your stuff together there. From there as well, obviously, if you are a Ninja customer, if you're doing a lot of business with us, doesn't matter the size of each individual order, but if you order with us frequently, having an account with us and enrolling in our loyalty program is huge as well. Because of course you have, your welcome discount. That's all well and good. Get a nice, chunk of change off your first order. But if you have an account with us, if you're a part of our loyalty program, we do have points, and we do have, different tiers as well. So, the more you spend with us, the more you order with us, you get better and better discounts, as time goes on, and you can redeem those points for discounts whenever you like. So you can either do it, all right, I know I'm going to get $10 off every order, and that's great, or you can kind of save it up, redeem them all at once, or larger chunks to get larger chunks off your order. So, of course, if you're new, you can, of course, go to ninjatransfers.com, create that account, get $20 off your first order, and then you're pretty much good to go from there. But yeah, that is going to be what you're looking for, and what you're going to be what you're wanting to be doing on that. And of course, if you have any questions about that, we have on the website on ninjatransfers.com kind of a full breakdown on how those work. We have different tiers, like I said, white belt, yellow belt, blue belt, black belt. So for each tier, kind of comes down to a dollar amount that you've spent in the last 6 months. That will kind of, you'll accumulate that status, accumulate more points per dollar spent, and give yourself access to bigger discounts. So that ordering in bulk piece connects directly to this because, the more you're ordering, the more points you're going to be getting, and you're going to be saving more, not only with those bulk discounts, but also with the amount of points that you're accumulating there. And I see Joey on TikTok just hit the yellow belt, aiming for the black belt. We absolutely love to see it. Keep stacking those points, keep getting those discounts, and obviously keep getting those transfers out the door for you. It's always a big thing for us. And then, of course, as well, joining our Facebook group. That's one of the best things that you can do in terms of getting savings. It's join, DTF, Learn, Press, and Profit on Facebook, powered by the one and only ninjatransfers.com. And it's a great way to obviously get connected with other people in the industry, learn, tricks of the trade, kind of expand your network in that sense. But also, we do have special, codes that we drop in there, different discounts, things like that for folks that are kind of plugged in on the Ninja Transfers beat. So that's always something you're going to want to be taking advantage of for sure. So always keep that in mind too, is, let me check the Facebook group. Obviously, we're going to have product announcements, things like that, but also discounts and, fellow DTF ninjas as well that you can kind of chat with, learn a little bit more. Really great community that our team's put together over there. So always, always go and check it out. You can post questions in there. Folks will be there to answer them for you. And of course, you can always call us as well, 888-356-3665, and we're there for you to answer any questions pretty much 24/7. So those are really the big three things. Like I said, ordering in bulk is huge. Definitely number one is the way to go. Number two is going to be joining that loyalty program, cashing in on those discounts, on those points that you get. And number three, joining our Facebook group for those special discount codes. Again, that's DTF, Learn, Press, and Profit on Facebook, powered by Ninja Transfers. Got a ton of people in there right now. Always looking to grow that community so you can, learn more, get access to those codes, and just a genuinely supportive group, of people that are all kind of in the same boat as you. So it's always nice to, kind of bounce ideas off folks, learn more. It's never a bad thing for sure. So let me see. Do we have any questions at all? Do we have anybody popping in asking for more questions, either about bulk or just transfers in general? They want to talk about the Super Bowl. I'll never say no, because that's all I've been doing since Sunday outside of talking transfers. So let me see.
Someone asked, do you guys do full color transfers? Like if I transfer a picture file to make a template to a
t-shirt? Absolutely. So if you are looking to do a full color transfer, either like the ones you see behind me, or if you're doing a photo like this person asked, photographs absolutely will work. That's the beauty of digital printing. There's no limit to the colors that you can do. Really, the only limit is, the amount of colors in the files, the amount of colors we'll be able to print for you. And yeah, so that's a great option for you if you are going to be doing those more full color prints or, photographs. You can take a photo on your phone or on your camera, send it to us, we'll print it up. And as long as it's a good quality photo from there, you're going to get a good quality print from us every single time. So that's a great question. And yes, absolutely, 100%. Let's see, any other questions potentially that we might have? What's the shelf life on the DTFs? That's a great question that we get a lot. So like I said, it's pretty much indefinite when you store it correctly, and it doesn't take a ton for you to be storing it correctly either. I just kind of have mine in a gang sheet that I printed up from basically coming up on 2 years ago now, kind of rolled up in the corner of the office here. As long as it's in a climate controlled area, you don't have to throw them in a humidor like they're cigars or anything like that. But as long as it's in a spot that the temperature is pretty consistent, the humidity is pretty consistent, spikes in temperature, spikes in humidity can mess with the adhesive a little bit. So that is always something to keep in mind. Like I wouldn't just leave them in the trunk of your car, although they might still work. But that's always something to consider when storing them. But they will hold up really well over time for you. You won't run into any issues there. Let's see, any other questions? Yes, what size transfer is good for a 1XL for a t-shirt? So if you're doing really anything from a size small to an extra large, if you're doing a range of sizes, you can always do the same size for those. Usually you're going to be between, the range could usually be anywhere from 9 to 12 inches in width. I'm usually closer to 10 to 11 inches wide for a full front or full back for a small through extra large kind of men's or unisex size t-shirt. And then if you're doing 2X plus, say you do 11 wide for your small through XL, 2X plus is going to be a good option. You probably like, if you do 11, you're going to want to do 12, just bump it up an inch for your 2X plus. So, but if you're just looking for that XL, you're just doing a one-off or a shorter run with those kind of sizes in there, 10 or 11 inches wide, it's going to be your best bet for sure. I did see somebody ask about the gold foil. Let me see. We have some. This is the silver foil, but you get the gist. This here is the silver foil. Gold foil is obviously that's just in gold. And you can order those on the gang sheets, either build that gang sheet in your own program or use our online gang sheet builder. Just always be sure to order these with a one color design, just so you know what you're going to be getting. Doesn't matter what color it's in. It's just, make sure it's a one color design, because if say, these were all filled in with different colors and things like that, that's all just going to be printed silver or printed gold. And this kind of turn into a blob. So keep that in mind. But yeah, the gold and silver, relatively still new, but flying off the shelves. People are really happy about it. People have been asking about it for a long time, pretty much since we started. So we're happy to announce that. And as well, we have another kind of still in that metallic, wheelhouse there. We have a brand new product to announce. Our metallic Ninja Flex patches are available now. Check these bad boys out. So you get these in a few different colors, has that nice metallic finish, kind of that 3D texture to it. So it really kind of elevates whatever you're pressing onto it, gives it a nice professional look. And obviously you see these very clean edges. And what's really cool about these, of course, these are on ninjapatches.com, but the majority of our patches are, they have to be a solid piece, where if you have text, normally you need a background or something connecting them. With these, you don't need that, because they do kind of come on a bit of a film, like you see right here. So you can have freestanding elements like this and then press them on and still kind of have that nice look. Like here, you see that's just the color of the actual hat coming through. So that is pretty nifty. Not something we have on a lot of our patch options. So definitely keep that in mind. Is you'll be able to kind of have those freestanding designs. Still kind of that one color situation, but still a very cool look. And that 3D texture really kind of elevates everything for you. So very exciting stuff. It's something that's been in the works for a while. I got to see some samples before we threw it on the website, and I'm like, wow, these are absolutely dynamite. And, pressing instructions and everything are right there. And you're good to go. Let's see. I have a question. I have a design that requires teal letters with a gold trim. Would that require 2 DTFs? So if you are doing something where you need kind of standard teal, standard teal DTF and then a gold foil outline, that is something you'd probably have to break up into 2 pieces, just because we can't print standard DTF with the foil or print the foil with the standard DTF. So you'd kind of have to press up the teal or press up the gold, or vice versa. Just that way you're getting everything lined up the way they need to be, just to make sure that you're able to get that dual effect. That's really something that you're going to want to keep in mind for that.
Someone asked, any tips on not having it be plastic feeling? Am I not pressing it long enough or not hot enough?
Gotcha.
So how to avoid plastic feeling?
So to kind of avoid that plasticky feel, there are a few tricks when it comes to pressing it. Number one is, we always recommend that second press, same time and temperature that you're doing. Another thing as well is, maybe bump the heat up a little bit, increase the pressure a bit to kind of really make sure you're pushing that further into the shirt, kind of give it more of that screen print look and feel. Kind of the closest you'll find to a screen print look and feel when it comes to DTF transfers. And something as well that is really helpful is, if you have just a big block of ink, not unlike these shirts that I have behind me here, still have a very nice feel to them, but just a large block of ink, you're going to just feel that more than something that has some negative space to it. So like if you have something where it's going on a black shirt, like you see behind me, if you have black in that design, having that be made transparent to then allow that black to come through breaks the transfer up a little bit, has some feel of the shirt that kind of comes through, and just kind of helps you out there, in terms of the feel. So that's always something to keep in mind as well. Obviously, if it's unavoidable, that's fine. Doing the second press, especially using our silicone upper heat platen available on our website, is definitely the move. But yeah, if you are looking to try that out as well, of course, we have that under our DTF supplies. And I wish I had mentioned this earlier, But we have a giveaway that we're doing. We do it every week. 3 lucky winners. You just DM us on Instagram, DM us on TikTok, leave a comment on the YouTube stream saying that you kicked it with the Ninja. 3 lucky winners are going to win a $25 Ninja Transfers gift card. So if you win one of those, you can kind of, either put it towards some transfers, put it towards some supplies, something like that, something you've wanted to try. So keep that in mind as well. DM us or leave a comment on YouTube saying that you kicked it with the Ninja, and we'll get you entered to win, and you'll be good from there. Let's see, I had a question. Pocket T-shirt for 3XL. So if you're asking about our blanks, we do have pocket T-shirts available on Ninja Blanks. If you are going to be doing a 3X kind of a pocket print, then you're going to want to likely be in a 3x3 or 4x4 range in terms of the size. So that's definitely something to keep in mind for that kind of 3x3, 4x4 left chest right there. So that's always great. So keep that in mind when you're putting your sizes together and everything, and you'll be smooth sailing for you there on the sides in front.
Someone said, is there a powder that you have to apply before pressing?
So if you are ordering our DTF transfers, you don't have to apply any powder whatsoever. We handle all of that for you. So we print them out on our industrial DTF printers, put that through kind of an adhesive powder shaker. So sticks the powder to that wet ink, shakes off the excess, and then we run that through our curing oven. So if you're ordering our transfers, they come ready to press for you right out of the packaging. You just got to lay them out on the shirt and hit them with that heat press. Now, if you are making the transfers on your end, if you're printing up stuff with our ink, our film, or our powder, you do have to do that powder application. But if you're just getting that from us, if you're just uploading your art, we're sending you a finished product. It is just that, a finished product where you can lay it out on the shirt and give it a press right away. So that is definitely what you want to do. Let's see, when building a gang sheet, images are limited. Can we add more? So you should be able to, I know that we upped the limit on the amount of different designs you can have on a gang sheet if you're doing our builder to about 100. I would say give us a call and see what number that you're trying to do and see if we can do it for you. Do 888-356-3665. Give us a call. See exactly what that number is at right now. But yeah, definitely should have the ability to put really as many images as you like on those gang sheets. So definitely play there. Any other questions from the beautiful people out there? Let's see.
Someone just asked, where are we located?
So we're headquartered right here in the fighting city of Philadelphia. Super Bowl champions, of course, go Birds. But we do have a secondary facility out in sunny California in San Diego as well. So we're printing and shipping out of both coasts. The headquarters, if you call in, if you're doing your next day airs, stuff like that, it's going to be coming here out of the Philadelphia facility for you. So yeah, we're coming out of both coasts. Let's see.
Someone asked, do you do UV DTF?
We certainly do. We have some UV DTF for you. You'll be on ninjatransfers.com. It'll be the second option in our row drop-down menus, the UV DTF 3D perma stickers. It's definitely a mouthful, but it's definitely a place to check those out. If you want to test them beforehand as well, we don't have any minimums, so you can get a couple of your own designs, or you can order our sample pack right on the website, 100% free. Comes with DTF transfers and UV transfers in there as well. So you'll be able to kind of test them on the standard transfers for apparel, fabric, hats, bags, those soft goods, hard goods, mugs, tumblers, stuff like that. We have them right there. And see a question right there. Can you send me samples for t-shirts? We've got them right on the website. Go in there, fire them up, 100% free. Or if you want to see your own designs, yeah, perfect. Just got that answer for you, so love it. But yeah, if you want to see your own stuff, like I said, no minimums, so you are good to go there.
Someone asked, does a squeegee come with the UV DTF order?
Yes, absolutely. If you're ordering UV DTF, that'll come with a squeegee for you. And if you do want extras to have on hand, we have those available for sale on the DTF supply side as well. But we'll always toss a squeegee in there for you when you do a UV order for you. So someone asked if we can do a stretch test up close. Do we have a press shirt over here?
Yeah, something in that.
Looks like we already stretch tested that one. Let's see. Got another one? I don't want to knock anything over.
Got the Super Bowl one.
Oh, yeah. Great American game, folks. What it's all about, Super Bowl. But Yeah, go ahead, give it a stretch. As you can see here, I'm really putting some elbow grease into this. We go vertical as well. No cracking, peeling, anything like that. If you ever visit our booth at a trade show, we have a stretch test shirt that we pass around. We got people size of vending machines trying to rip that thing in half, and there's no chance of it happening. So they're definitely, super durable, as you see here. No cracking or peeling. Obviously, if you stretch the shirt out a ton, it'll move with it. So it'll usually snap back, but after a few days of stretching pretty much constantly, you might see a little deformation, but that's just the shirt itself as well, losing the elasticity. But yeah, definitely something to hang our hat on there in terms of the durability. So you can put it on stretch materials like, obviously beanies like this, compression wear, yoga pants, whatever you want to do. We've got that on lock there for it. We had people putting them on, wetsuits for a surf team out in California. So definitely haven't really met a fabric our transfers didn't like, to say the very least. Let's see. Do you sell ink powder and film or just the prints? We sell our ink, we sell our powder, we sell our film, all ready to go for you under the DTF supplies tab. So if you like the quality of a Ninja transfer, but you've got a DTF printer at home, you're making your stuff on your own, we've got that for you right on the website. So you can kind of do a little DIY Ninja transfer situation as well. Can you use an iron to transfer on a t-shirt? Absolutely. You can use a household iron to apply that to the shirts. So we have specific instructions for that on our website on ninjatransfers.com under support, and then pressing instructions. You'll be able to kind of see, obviously, step by step, as well as a walkthrough video and all that. And if you do want to order your supplies and try them out, we really have a no risk guarantee. So we have actually a consumable sample set available right on the website. You get everything together, and say you're not really digging the ink, you're not digging the film, it's not for you. No worries. It's the exact same stuff that we use in the shop. So we'll give you your money back, give you a label, send that back to us. We'll show that right in the printer if it's not for you. So always worth giving it a shot if you've got your own DTF printer. The one thing that I will let you know about the ink specifically is it is only compatible with Epson printheads. That's usually not a problem. Like 90% of DTF printers are running Epson printheads. So if you have questions, we can always check if you have a specific model, or you can check with the manufacturer and see if they're running Epson printheads, and then our stuff will work for you, no problem. But keep that in mind. Obviously, if you're not running Epson printheads, but you still want to use the ink, or sorry, if you still want to use the powder, if you still want to use the film, you can absolutely do it. So yeah, if you're running Epson printheads, you can use the full, the holy trinity of Ninja transfers right there: the ink, the film, the powder. You'll be good to go. And we've got that new easy peel film as well. I guess it's not so new anymore, but nice and peel it hot right away. You're good to go there.
Someone said, could you please explain the difference in DTF and UV DTF?
Absolutely. So DTF and UV DTF. So we'll start with the standard DTF transfer. Those, of course, digitally printed, water-based ink for apparel specifically, or really any soft goods fabrics, to be clear. So obviously these t-shirts, the sweatshirt I did the stretch test on, but also, we've tested on denim, satin jackets, things like that. So really, as long as it is a fabric that can take the heat from a heat press, you can apply our DTF transfers to it. No problem. Even like nylon windbreakers, drawstring bags, canvas totes, everything. When it comes to the UV DTF, however, those are also digitally printed, produced actually very similarly to our standard transfer, except instead of being heat pressed to apparel and other fabrics, you are applying those to hard goods with just a pressure application. So you kind of get a clear film with all your stickers printed right there. You cut it into an individual sticker and then peel it off the back, stick it on, give it a rub down with the squeegee that we send you, and then you'll be good to go. Just kind of peel that off, and you can apply that to any hard goods, any rigid, non-porous surface. So, mugs, tumblers, phone cases, really just glass, metal, ceramic, plastic, wood, anything like that. You can get that put on. Really easy as well. We just upgraded the film on those to an easy peel too. So before, you had to be a little delicate, especially with some of the finer details. But with these, we've got you can kind of give it a much easier peel, and we're good to go there. And I'll kind of show you what this UV is going to look like here for you. This is what it's going to come to you like. If you haven't ordered our UV in a while, you know, you might have gotten it before on like a white backing. So this whole kind of background would be white, but we don't have that anymore. So this is what it was coming to before. So I've had a few people that hadn't ordered UV in a few months. They got these and they went, "What the heck did you guys send us? This is the regular transfers." And I was like, "Hold on a second, let me see that." And definitely, so keep that in mind if you haven't ordered with us in a while, or if you're ordering transfers and UV. This is what it's going to look like on the UV. And then the standard transfers are coming on this kind of double matte, easy peel film. So kind of, this is what your standard heat press transfer will look like, front and back. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, regardless, this is what it's going to look like. Amazing. And then the standard, you know, that UV transfer, UV perma stickers, you're going to have that still clear on both sides. So it's going to be perfectly clear through the film. And then you're able to just kind of separate the backing, peel it off, and then stick it on. So there you go. That's kind of the difference between the two. It's the use case. But yeah, that's the situation there. And a lot of people do like the old white backing on the UV, but this new film here is much easier to peel, allows you to really have those smaller details and not worry about yanking them off or anything like that. Because the other one, while it worked really well, you had to be a little more gentle around the edges and the corners when you're giving it a peel. Still worked beautifully, but these definitely are an upgrade to be sure. We wouldn't have put them out there if they weren't. They're a little, you know, costlier to produce, is a much nicer film, but you know, we want to give you guys the best quality, you know, best possible quality that's out there for you now. So there you go.
We'll do a few more questions.
Sure.
Someone said, "I want to order logos for different size T-shirts. How does that work?"
So if you're ordering logos for different size T-shirts, so of course, if you're doing, like, say you're doing the same design for youth, adult sizes, and then you know, some larger adult sizes like a 2X plus, we now have, if you're doing transfers by size, you can upload that image once and then add multiple sizes right there. So if you're doing youth sizes, usually 7-8 inches in width for a full front, full back, that'll be good. Standard adult sizes, I like to be right around, you know, small through extra large, I like to be 10-11 inches wide, and then add an inch to that for whatever we're working with from there. But yeah, so that's kind of the size range, but you can enter all of those after just one upload from there.
Someone said, you kind of answered this before, but if I'm starting off making shirts, is it better to order a gang sheet or just order small amounts as I go?
Gotcha. So I would say ordering, you know, if you're just testing this out for the first time, maybe a bulk order isn't the best play for you, just to make sure you like the quality, although I can pretty much guarantee you that you will. But you really, you know, the bulk ordering will save you the most money. But if you're just starting out, if you have kind of artwork that needs a background removal or needs a color change, or isn't the best possible resolution, ordering the transfers by sizes individuals would be the way to go. Now, if you have perfect print-ready artwork, no backgrounds, high resolution, then you'll be totally fine in terms of doing that gang sheet. And I pretty much always recommend doing the gang sheet, just because, you know, even though you're taking a little extra time, if you have that good quality artwork, if you're confident that it's going to print well and it will tell you on the gang sheet builder, definitely that's great. But if you're a little iffy, or if you have a background and you don't know how to remove it, you're just kind of getting into this whole thing, transfers by size is going to be your best possible research or resource there. And I did see, does the artwork have to be sent a certain way for 3D embroidered patches? No. So you can send us standard artwork. There is going to be a spot in there for you to say, these are the portions of the artwork that I want made 3D. Or if you want the whole thing 3D, you can include that as well. Of course, if we run into issues where that portion can't be 3D, or some have to be 3D and some can't be, we will keep you in the loop and let you know. Last thing we want to do is, you know, produce something that you're not going to be happy with. But I always recommend, especially if it's your first time ordering patches with us, it's it's additional $20 for an optional proof, but you get unlimited revisions. So we can update it, we can change it, change the color around, swap stuff out. If just the style of patch that you want isn't going to work for your design, that's fine too. We can get you set up in the right patch style and get you taken care of that way as well. So always something to keep in mind is that artwork is, you know, you just send us a regular art file. We handle the digitizing, we handle the prepping it for embroidery or All the engraving for embossing or whatever we're doing, laser etching on the leather patches, stuff like that. We handle all that. So you just have to give us the artwork that you want. And if for whatever reason we can't do it in that style, we have one that we can do it, we'll call, we'll let you know, we'll let you see what that looks like. So then you're 100% happy, with what you're getting here.
We can end with, how do you get better resolution?
To get better resolution, that is a question I get a lot. So there's a few different ways to do it. Now, if you are, if someone just gives you a file or you download something off the internet, it probably isn't going to be the best resolution. And if you don't have the tools to do it or vectorize it yourself or clean it up in your own art program, I know I don't. I'm the furthest thing from a graphic designer probably in this building. Having a third-party graphic artist, either on Fiverr or something like that, either vectorize it or clean it up for you, might cost you a little bit extra, but that will guarantee that you have the best possible resolution. And that's really what I think is most important. Like, yeah, you can save a few bucks and kind of send us over artwork that isn't really going to print well. But if you are, especially if you're doing it for a customer or you're doing it for like your kid's softball tournament or something like that, the last thing I would want to do is show up with artwork that didn't really print that well. And then I'm handing shirts out and got jagged edges, blurry lines, stuff like that. It's 100% worth it to have somebody else clean it up for you, 100%. So that's something to keep in mind when you're putting your artwork together. If you're stuck, you're good there. But I see someone say, yeah, that's so funny doing your daughter's softball jerseys this season with the DTF work. Yeah, standard DTF transfers would work on a softball jersey or any kind of athletic material. You could do, if you're doing names and numbers, we have a feature for that on the gang sheet builder too. And of course, if you have questions on how to get that set up, it's pretty straightforward when you get in there, but I know the gang sheet builder can kind of look like the cockpit of an airplane with all the different buttons and things like that. It gets a little overwhelming. So we can kind of guide you in the right direction there. All right. Good. Perfect. So we are going to sign off here. Another successful, absolutely smashing episode of, Kicking It with the Ninja. Your guy Ryan here. Of course, don't forget to DM us on Instagram, TikTok, leave a comment in the YouTube stream saying that you kicked it with the Ninja. Get yourself entered to win our weekly giveaway, $25 Ninja Transfers gift card. 3 lucky winners are going to be selected by the end of the day. So keep an eye out for that. Who knows, you might just win, and it costs nothing to send a DM. So you're leaving money on the table if you really think about it. But that being said, we're going to sign off here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week at 1:30 Eastern time. And go Birds.